Let's start with the basic step. You have 3 steps and 1 tap, and that goes throughout bachata. So remember that, 3 steps, 1 tap, and you'll be fine for the beginning. So we start with our right leg, we step out, 1, then you step your left leg together on 2, then again right leg out, 3, and you bring your left leg in, but this time for only a tap, like this. Once more, so we step out with our right leg, 1, left leg together, 2, right leg out, 3, and left leg tap, 4. Then we do the same thing to the other side. So this time we step out with the left leg, 1, step together with the right leg, 2, out with left leg, 3, and tap with the right leg on 4. So a bit faster, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's your basic step. Let's try again. 5. Make sure you go to your right. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tap. 1, 2, 3, and a tap. 5, 6, 7. Tap. You can already see that when I tap, I send my hip up, but it comes from all the way from the floor. So I press the floor and I stretch my leg, and that's what's sending my hip up. So press towards the floor, stretch your leg, and send your hip up if you'd like to try the hip. But I will go into more details about the body movement in our next section. So for now, just focus on the steps. Let's do them again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once more, make sure you keep your posture nice and your arms up. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's your side basic. This is how you would usually start a dance. We can also do our basics to the front and to the back with sort of the same rhythm. So let's try that now. So again, you start with the right leg going forward. We go 1, then you take another step, 2, another step, 3, and then you tap behind, almost across, like this. And then we walk backwards with our left leg, 1, right, 2, left, 3, and tap with your right on 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, tap behind, 4, 5, 6, 7, tap in front on 8. You want to walk in one straight line, so keep your legs together. Make sure you don't walk like this. Keep your legs together, one foot in front of the other. 1, 2, 3, and then you tap behind, sort of across your foot. Then we step back, 5, 6, 7, and you tap in front. And you can see sort of my hips are almost diagonal when I tap. And my right foot is in front of my left foot and not like this beside. Okay? You take very small steps. Don't try to step big, okay? Take very small steps and controlled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this. Let's try again. Forward and back. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are your side to side and front and back basics. This section is about your basic body movement. And the most important body movement in bachata is the motion that your hips are doing. This motion is a figure of 8. So think of an 8 and then put it flat on its stomach like this, and you have a figure of 8. So let's start. Just to start with, let's do a quick exercise. Just bend one leg and sink into your hips. So if I bend my right leg, I sink into my left hip. So my left hip should be going out. And then you change your legs and your other hip is going out. Like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. It does help if you're leaning forward slightly. Like this. And you can go 1, 2, 1, 2. Because you have more motion in your hips when you're leaning forward. Alright. Now, if you also bend, so now we had our legs straight, just bend it slightly, and that might also increase the range of motion in your hips. And change, because you never want to have any of your legs completely straight. So we keep them relaxed, and then we just bend one knee even more to bring out the opposite hip, like this. To create the figure of 8 motion, we're now twisting with our lower body like this, and we do this at the same time. So let's start with our right knee bent and our left hip is pushing out. We twist towards the right leg like this, and then we exchange. Boom. Then we twist back. So now our left leg is forward, and exchange your legs. Push your left hip out and then bring it back. So push your right hip to the corner, then twist it back, and then drop it to bring the left hip up, then bring it back, and so on. Like this. Boom, boom. And when you do it faster, the motion should become more round. Like this. Round, forward, up, down in the back, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like this. If you need a further breakdown of this, please go to our isolation course. Now, let's try to do this figure of 8 motion in the basic bachata step. So, starting with our right leg, we will release it to take a step, and that sends our left hip out, and out slightly diagonally back. And we take a step to the side. Now we're transferring the weight over, and that shifts your hips. So from having the hips all the way to the left, we're now transferring our weight, and at the same time our hip is coming out to the right, and it's pointing to the right front corner. So just do this transition. So from here we go to the right. Then you twist your hip back and close your left leg. So we go from this corner, twist your hip back and close your left leg. Then when you put weight onto your left leg, you then transition your hips again, and now they're pointing to your left front corner. Then you bring them back again to the left back corner to take another step. And we do the same thing again. Now we transition the hips to the right, front corner, go round to the back, bring your left foot in, and this time instead of continuing the motion of a figure of 8, for the tap we just go up and down. So your hip is pointing to the left front corner, and we just do up and down. Let's just do that again. So release your right leg, take a step, transition your hips to your right front corner, go to the back right corner, bring your left leg in and transition your hips. We are now in the left front corner, take a step out, it goes to the back left corner, transition, boom, we're in the front right corner, go to the back whilst you bring your left leg in, and then we do our tap, which is just boom, our hip is going to the left front corner, up and down. Slightly faster, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me do that from the front. So, bend your legs, we go, release your right leg, send your left hip back, 1, transition, and 2, and 3, and 4, down. Just that again, we go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and slightly faster, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're sort of leaving your hips behind in a way. So if you step out, you can see that my upper body is already moving to that side where I'm stepping, and my hips are still behind. Out, we twist, again out and up. So that's the first half of our basic, and then we do the whole thing to the other side. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we step out to the left, our hip is pointing back right corner, transition, and tap. Again a bit slower, so you step out with your left, hip is going back right, transition with your weight and your hips. So now your hip is pointing left front, move it to the back, transition the weight, right front, move it to the back whilst you step out, bring it in, left front, and when you do the tap, lift it up to the right front corner. Boom. Just the second half of the basic, so that will be on 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. From the beginning of the basic, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From the front, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know these are a lot of steps to remember when you break it down. So if this is too complex for now, just make sure you keep your legs bent and you sink into your hips. So just think of sinking into your hips and leaving your hips behind. So sink and leave them behind. And then once you're used to that, you can focus more on the twisting of your hips on the and counts. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will take a lot of practice, but with those broken down steps, just do the exercises and you will get used to it and it will start to feel natural. Let's practice this body movement with music. We'll do just the figure of 8 first, and then we go into our basic step with the figure of 8.
El amor no se acaba, el amor se transforma y se queda en el alma.
bit faster.
Por amor se perdona. Si es por esa persona, no hay errores que valgan. Contigo soy más fuerte porque a tu lado yo me aprendí a levantar. Puedes ver en mis ojos que nunca voy a dejarte. Con la mano en el pecho, mi amor, hoy mi corazón te quiere cantar. Con una y mil canciones tengo algo que preguntar.